Good morning, student. Welcome back. In this class, today I am going to discuss about the class 9th standard physics, chapter number 1, that is the motion. In this video, we will discuss about the rest, motion, physical quantities, distance, displacement, and some other application which is related to the motion. In this sequence, first of all, we will discuss about the rest. As you know that if any object or body does not its change in its own position continuously with respect to a reference point, the object or body is said to be in rest. Like as houses, tree, factories, and so on. There are some example here, that is the does not change its own position with any reference point. They are said to be in rest. On the other way, if the body or object change its own position continuously with respect to any reference or fixed point surrounding it, the object or body known as the motion. Like as if any object such as bus, car traveling on the road and houses, tree are a fixed point, so bus or car or any vehicle change its own position with reference to tree, houses, and so on, fixed point, they are said to be in motion. So, next term of in this video, that is the scalar quantity and vector quantity. There are the two physical quantity. First is known as the scalar quantity. First is known as scalar. Scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. So, dear student, as you know that scalar quantity means the physical quantity which have magnitude only, that is called the scalar quantity. Here is the magnitude means its size. Suppose that in any object travel 4 kilometers, they are said to be in distance. So here is the scalar quantity. There are some examples here, that is distance traveled, speed, mass, and so on. There are some example which is related to the scalar quantity, that is distance traveled, speed, mass, density, and there are the another quantity which is a scalar quantity, and scalar quantity, that is where the magnitude only, that is known as the scalar quantity. Now next other quantity is the vector quantity. Second is the vector. Vector quantity. Vector quantities. Here is the sum. We can see that some object, it has magnitude as well as direction. That is called the vector quantity. For the some example here, which is related to the vector quantity, that is velocity, displacement, and force, momentum, and so on. So here is the vector quantity, just like as the velocity, displacement, force, momentum. There are some example which is related to the vector quantity, and this one is the distance traveled, the speed, mass, and so on. That is the scalar quantity. So what is the difference between the scalar and vector quantity? So here the difference between the scalar and vector quantity. In this quantity it has only magnitude, and vector quantity it has magnitude as well as direction. So here the velocity, displacement, force, momentum, and so on, that is the vector quantity. So now next term of this chapter, that is the distance and displacement. Here is the next term on this chapter, that is the distance and displacement. Distance and second is the displacement. So what is the distance traveled? As you know that distance traveled, actual path covered by a moving object is called the distance traveled by the object, and displacement is the length between the initial position to the final position. Here is the some example. When any person or any object traveling from point A is 3 km to point B, then object or body turn point B to C, B to C 4 km. So what is the distance traveled by the moving object? We can see that object traveled 3 km from point A to B, 3 km, then turn to point B to C, that is the 4 km. So here is the distance traveled by the moving object, that is distance traveled, distance traveled by the moving object, that is AB and BC. That distance traveled equal to AB plus BC. So here is the AB equal to the length of AB, that is the given here 3 km, AB 3 km, and BC equal to 4 km. So now the distance traveled by the moving object, that is AB plus distance traveled equal to AB plus BC. AB equal to 3 km, so write the 3 plus BC is 4 plus 4, then 3 plus 4, that is the 7 km. Now on the other way, they are the displacement. So according to the definition of the displacement refers to the length between the initial position to the final position. For in this example, here is the starting point or initial point, that is the A and the final point or final position, that is the C. So according to the definition of the displacement here, the line or length between initial position to the final position. So a line drawn from point A to C, we can see that a line joining between point A to C. Point A to C. Point A to C. So here is the AC. AC is the displacement, and this triangle, that is the right angle triangle, and the opposite side of the right angles, the sides known as the hypotenuse, that is the hypotenuse, and AB is the base and BC is perpendicular. Apply the Pythagoras theorem in the right angle triangle. We know that is, according to the Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So Pythagoras theorem apply in this right angle triangle, that is AC square equal to AC that is in the Pythagoras theorem applied in this right triangle. Here is the AC is the hypotenuse, then hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. So here the AC, the value of AC or length of AC will be equal or same as the AB square plus BC square. The length of AB is 3 km. Then put the value of AB here, 3 square plus BC is the 4 km. 4 square, that is 9 plus 16, that is 25. AC square, and the value of AC equal to, here is the root 25 and AC equal to 5 km. So here is the displacement, the initial position to the final position, and initial or starting point in the right angle triangle, that is the point A, and final position or final point, that is point C. So the length between the initial position to the final position in this right angle triangle, that is AC. So displacement equal to 5 km. So here is the displacement is also known as the shortest distance. We know that the shortest distance in right angle triangle is also known as the displacement. So here the displacement is the 5 km and distance traveled by the moving object, that is the 7 km. So here is the distance traveled, that is 7 km, and displacement is 5 km. So difference between the displacement and distance traveled by the moving object in this condition here, the value of distance traveled by the moving object, that is 7, and displacement here 5 km. Then it is clear that 5 is less than 7. 5 is less than 7. So it is clear for this statement, that is distance traveled by the moving object is always greater than the displacement. So it is clear to displacement is known as the shortest distance. Shortest displacement is the known as shortest distance. Shortest distance. It is clear. So next term is the what is the difference between the distance traveled by the moving object and displacement. So first difference between distance traveled and displacement is distance traveled is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. So here the displacement is the vector quantity, means physical quantity which have magnitude as well as direction. So displacement is vector quantity, there is the magnitude as well as direction. Direction means there is the initial position to the final position, means the length between the initial position to the final position. So that is the vector, and distance traveled is the scalar quantity. Now second distance between the scalar and distance and displacement. Distance traveled by the body is always positive, means if any object distance traveled, then distance traveled is always positive and displacement is positive, negative or zero. And next difference, distance and displacement is the distance is actual path covered by the moving object and displacement is the length between the initial position to the final position. Clear? And next is the distance traveled by the moving object is always greater than the displacement on the above this statement, that is 5 less than 7. So here is the conclusion of this statement, that is the distance is always greater than the displacement or equal to the displacement.